Welcome beyond the veil. You are listening to Moonlight and Ironwood. If you want to skip the wait and download the full audiobook right now, the link is in the description. Now, take a deep breath. The mist is rising. I turned and walked away, the sound of my footsteps heavy on the stone floor. Nia fell into step beside me, slipping her hand into mine. She didn't say anything. She just offered her silent strength. We emerged from the detention block into the blinding morning light. The air was crisp and cold, a stark contrast to the stifling atmosphere below. But the peace didn't last. A low rumble vibrated through the ground. Gravel crunched as a convoy of sleek, black SUVs with tinted windows rolled up the main driveway. They moved with military precision, flanking the entrance to the estate. The lead car stopped right in front of us. A flag mounted on the hood snapped in the wind, displaying a golden wolf head on a field of crimson. The High Council. The doors opened, and 4 figures stepped out. They were older wolves, dressed in immaculate grey suits that cost more than my parents' house. They radiated power, ancient, heavy, and judgmental. At the centre was an elderly woman with hair white as snow and eyes that were a piercing, unnatural blue. Elder Thorn, the head of the council. She looked at Aiden, then at the destruction of the amphitheatre, and finally her gaze landed on me. She didn't bow. She didn't smile. "So," Elder Thorn said, her voice dry as dust, "this is the child who screams." Aiden stepped in front of me, a low growl rumbling in his chest. "She is the Luna of Ironwood." Elder Thorn ignored him, her blue eyes locking onto mine with an intensity that made my wolf bristle. "We shall see," she said. "Pack your bags, child. The council is taking custody of the royal. Your training begins now." "I'm not going anywhere," I said, channeling every ounce of my new alpha voice. Elder Thorn raised an eyebrow. "Oh, you are going, my dear, because if you stay here with that unchecked power, you will kill everyone you love." She gestured to the cracked columns of the amphitheatre. "You are a bomb without a timer, Lunar Journey, and we are the only ones who know how to defuse you." Chapter 20. The Home Field Advantage. The silence between Elder Thorn and me was a physical weight, heavier than the humidity before a storm. Aiden was radiating a low, dangerous growl, his hand on my lower back trembling with the effort to not shift and attack the head of the council. "I appreciate your concern, Elder." Alpha Stone's voice cut through the tension. He walked down the steps of the estate, flanked by Luna Elena. He looked calm, but I could see the tightness around his eyes. "But perhaps we should discuss this inside, with refreshments. We are not savages, after all." Elder Thorn looked at him, then back at me. A thin, cold smile touched her lips. "Very well, Alpha Stone. Inside." The council members filed into the house like a procession of executioners. As soon as the heavy oak doors closed behind them, Alpha Stone turned to us. "Library. Now," he whispered. We didn't argue. Aiden, Caleb, Nia and I followed Alpha Stone and Luna Elena into the library, sealing the door behind us. "They can't take her." Aiden paced the length of the room, running a hand through his hair. "I won't let them. If they try to force her into a car, I'll tear it apart. And then they will execute you for treason, and Journey will be taken anyway," Alpha Stone said, pouring himself a stiff drink. "Violence is not the answer here, son. This is the council. They have armies. So what do we do? Caleb asked, leaning against a bookshelf. We can't just hand over our Luna. We negotiate, Luna Elena said, sitting gracefully in a wing-back chair. She looked at me. Journey, you are a royal. That gives you rights that supersede normal council law. They cannot forcibly remove a mated Luna without proving she is an immediate threat to the secrecy of our kind. I screamed a wolf into a wall, I pointed out, sinking onto the sofa. I think that counts as a threat. It was self-defense, Nia argued. And defense of the pack. That's not a threat. That's a hero. To us, yes, Luna Elena agreed. To them, it's instability. They fear what they can't control. And right now, you are the biggest uncontrolled variable in the werewolf world. Then we give them control, I said slowly, an idea forming in my mind. Everyone looked at me. What do you mean? Aiden asked, stopping his pacing. They want to train me, I said. They want to make sure I don't accidentally blow up a city block. Fine, I'll let them train me, but I do it here. They'll never agree to that, Caleb shook his head. The Royal Academy is in the capital. It's secure. It's isolated. It's a prison, Aiden spat. Exactly, I said. And I'm not going to prison. But think about it. The pack is in shambles. We just had a rogue attack led by the Beta's daughter. If the Luna leaves now, what message does that send? That we're weak, Alpha Stone murmured, seeing where I was going. That the leadership is fractured. Right. I stood up, feeling a surge of confidence. Removing me now would destabilize one of the largest packs in the region. The council cares about order above all else. If my leaving causes chaos, they won't want me to leave. And the rogues are still out there, Nia added, her eyes lighting up. We don't know if Marcus was working alone or if there are more cells. Journey is the only weapon we have that can stop an attack like that again. Taking her away leaves Ironwood vulnerable. Alpha Stone nodded slowly. It's a strong argument. We play on their fear of exposure. A destabilized pack leads to rogue outbreaks, which leads to human sightings. So the offer is this, Aiden said, coming to stand beside me. Journey accepts their training. She submits to their curriculum, but she stays at Ironwood. A council master comes here. They will send their hardest taskmaster, Luna Elena warned. They will try to break you, Journey, to prove that you aren't ready. I looked at Aiden. I looked at Nia and Caleb. I looked at the family that had taken me in when my own had failed me. Let them try, I said. I survived 18 years of being invisible. I can survive a few months of boot camp. Alpha Stone finished his drink in one gulp. He set the glass down with a definitive clink. All right, he said. Let's go tell the council that the queen stays. Walking back into the drawing room felt like walking into a lion's den. The 4 elders were seated, sipping tea as if they hadn't just threatened to kidnap me. Elder Thorne set her cup down as we entered. Have you finished your goodbyes? There will be no goodbyes, Alpha Stone said, taking a seat opposite her. Aiden and I stood behind him, presenting a united front. Oh? Thorne raised an eyebrow. Is Ironwood declaring war on the council? Ironwood is declaring its sovereignty, Aiden said, his voice deep and controlled. Journey is the Luna of this pack. Her place is here, rebuilding what was broken. Her place is where she cannot level a mountain by accident, another elder, a man with a scar across his nose, grumbled. Which is why we propose a compromise, Alpha Stone said smoothly. Journey will undergo the royal training, full curriculum,
No exceptions. At the Capitol, Thorn insisted. Here, I said. I stepped forward, meeting Thorn's blue gaze. My pack was attacked last night. My people are bleeding. If I leave now, I am abandoning them. A royal does not abandon her people. Thorn studied me. For a moment, I saw a flicker of something in her eyes. Not fear, but interest. And if we refuse? She asked. Then you will have to drag me out, I said calmly. And I promise you, Elder, I will scream. The room went deadly silent. It was a bluff, mostly, but it was a terrifying one. Thorn looked at Aiden, seeing the lethal resolve in his stance. She looked at Alpha Stone, seeing the political unmovability. And she looked at me, seeing the violet spark in my eyes. She sighed, a sound of immense irritation. Fine, she said. You stay. I let out a breath. Aiden squeezed my hand. However, Thorn held up a finger. The council will send a master to oversee your training. You will follow his commands without question. If you fail a single test, if you lose control even once, the deal is void, and you come to the Capitol in chains. Do you accept? Who is the master? Aiden asked suspiciously. Thorn smiled. It was a wicked, predatory smile. Master Kaelin, she said. Alpha Stone went pale. Thorn, you can't be serious. Kaelin is... He breaks soldiers. She is not a soldier, Thorn said, standing up and smoothing her skirt. She is a royal. If she wants to keep her crown, she must be unbreakable. She looked at me one last time. He arrives tomorrow. Good luck, Luna Journey. You're going to need it.
The shadows are lengthening. That is the end of this chapter. Can't wait to see what happens next. You don't have to. Download the full uninterrupted story right now at the link below. Otherwise, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Sweet nightmares.